What's going on, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Today we're going to do a rack of spare ribs, St. Louis style ribs. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that I absolutely love this It's Incredible rub from Heaven Made Products. You guys, you got to get your hands on this. Some of you have gotten your hands on this. You know what I'm talking about. But this has become one of my favorite rubs. So I wanted to see, now I know it goes good on everything. I know it goes good on pork. So I wanted to see how it actually went on a rack of ribs. So that's what I have. I have a rack of St. Louis spare ribs. And we're going to coat it with this It's Incredible. We're going to get it on the Weber and we're going to see how it works out. Talking to Michael, he says it works great with the pork. I don't doubt it at all. So we're going to give it a shot and we're going to see what it looks like. That's what this video is going to be about. Let's get started. All right, so I got the ribs here. I already trimmed them up just to kind of save time. I trimmed them up, removed the membrane, trimmed some of the fat off from the meat side. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take some water. Now, you know, some people use mustard, oil, or, you know, like olive oil, Worcestershire. I've used all that stuff too, but I'm kind of experimenting here with water, and I'll tell you why. I actually saw it's kind of one of the secrets that I kind of picked up from somebody, and the reason they use water, here's that It's Incredible. We're gonna just use that. Most rubs are dehydrated, so you got to kind of hydrate them so they penetrate this meat. So that water will help hydrate the rubs, most rubs. So we're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. We're gonna see if I notice a difference. But that's the thinking behind using water as your binder. And just looking at some of the ingredients on here, you know, there's dehydrated chicken meat or dehydrated parsley. So there's some some stuff that's been dehydrated in here that we're gonna try to rehydrate. So, and we'll just flip it over, do the other side. Take some of this water. Again, this is just something that I picked up the other day from a well-known barbecue pit master, and I wanted to give it a shot. So we'll see if it, you know, how much difference it makes. So come back with that It's Incredible. Now I'm gonna guess that, you know, I'm not gonna have that. Normally my ribs are like, they got that red mahogany color to it that's just absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna guess that these are gonna look a little different than that. We'll see when it's all said and done. I'll tell you what though, I bet you they taste good. If I know this rub, and I do, I'm sure they're gonna turn out just fine. So we're gonna let these sit for about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Kind of let that rub set in, and we'll get them out on the Weber. All right, you guys, let me explain something here really quickly. I know in the last clip you saw where I rubbed the entire rack down with the It's Incredible. Excuse me. I went ahead and did something a little different here. I really wanted to try the It's Incredible with another rub that I use in competitions. And I kind of, you know, I thought about maybe doing it at a later time, but I thought, why not do it now? So what I've done is I've took this rack and, you know, half of it I left as the It's Incredible, and the other half it's got the It's Incredible underneath, and then I use the other rub on top. So instead of cooking two different racks, you know, with just the missus and I, one rack is going to be enough, and we probably won't even go through one rack. So it just kind of didn't make sense to do two different racks. And I really wanted to see how, I've been wanting to see how these two rubs work together. So, and Michael, I know you, brother. I know you're gonna want to know what this rub is. So I will text you what that is so you can try it out. But that's what I've done. So far, I actually made a last minute judgment call to, to kind of split the rack in half. And I didn't want to cut the rack, just leave it whole and just season, half and half. So this is what it looks like now. And we'll get them on the Weber here in a bit. So this is how I have my Weber set up. I'm using my charcoal, my Weber charcoal baskets. So I've got most of the charcoal in there is unlit, and then I put a few lit charcoals on top on each side. And then I've added a couple of chunks of pecan and about a handful chips of oak wood. So I'm using oak and pecan for my smoke. We'll spritz it with apple juice and apple cider vinegar, 50-50 mix. And we're gonna just let this run. When I set it up this way, it actually cooks really fast. So these ribs will be done pretty quickly. Got the bottom vents just a little bit less than halfway open. We'll keep the top vent halfway open and just let it cook. I'm gonna spritz throughout the cook, and we'll see what happens if I decide to wrap or not. So I'm gonna get the lid on, let these smoke for a while, and I'll pick back up later. All right, so the ribs have been going for about an hour and a half. And with that, the method that I was using, we saw the charcoal baskets on each side of the ribs. It actually helps you cook it a lot quicker. The downside is, you can only fit one rack on there, which, I'm only doing one rack, so that's fine. What I've done is I've laid down some honey, some brown sugar, and some butter. And we're just gonna hit it with some barbecue sauce. You can use whatever sauce you like. I'm just going with this Killer Hog sauce. I'm using the barbecue sauce from Killer Hogs only because I only have a little bit left and I want to use it up. So that's really the only reason I'm using it. But what I'm going to do is, so of course this bottom part of the rack is the It's Incredible by itself. The top part is the It's Incredible with the other rub that I added. I think I'm going to right in here split it right down the middle. So I'm going to take the It's Incredible part. We're going to go meat side down, and then we're going to take the other rack, the other half of the rack, meat side down. This way I'm able to tell each half rack apart. I've never cooked ribs like this where I've cut them in half like this, so we're gonna see how it turns out, but it'll be a learning experience. So I'm just gonna take a little more brown sugar, honey and stuff, a little more sauce, and just kind of repeat the process. We'll add some of that. We'll add some honey and barbecue sauce, and I'm going to wrap it and get it back on the Weber, and it should be done in about 45 minutes. So you can cook a rack of ribs like this in less than 3 hours. So again, I'm just going to repeat the process: honey, brown sugar, butter, and barbecue sauce. Wrap them up and get them back on the pit. All right, you guys, these ribs are just about done. So what I've done is I've taken them out of the foil, and I've applied a little bit of more. I applied a little more It's Incredible on this one because that's what that is, and then I applied a little bit of the other rub on top of this one, and we're just going to let this sit for about another 5 minutes. Bring them inside, let them rest, and give them a taste. All right, so the ribs have been resting for a little while. We're going to go ahead and just probably just going to take one from each end. So this half here is the half that was just the It's Incredible by itself, and this half here is the It's Incredible with the other rub that I used. I will say that I'm really surprised that, and I think I mentioned this early on in the video, that I was a little worried, or I wasn't sure how the color of the ribs were going to look with the It's Incredible by itself. You know, most rubs I use got that red, like the chili powder, the paprika, or whatever, to give it kind of that mahogany color. But there really isn't a ton of difference. I mean, these are a little darker, I could tell, but this is actually a really good color just by itself, and I'm really surprised that this is the color it gave it. So anyway, I'm just going to take one rib from here, and we'll go one rib from here. I'm going to put the rest of these ribs aside for now. And we'll give them a taste. This is, I'll show you what the inside looks like. So, that's what the rib looks like. There's actually tons of moisture in there still. I hope you can pick that up. Ooh, it's hot. Woo! Even after resting, it's still hot. This is the It's Incredible rib. You know, there's still tons of moisture in that one. I hope that's picking it up. Yeah. So we're gonna give them a taste and see what they taste like. All right, so we're gonna try these ribs. I'm gonna go with the rib that has the It's Incredible by itself. I'm gonna give that a taste test. I like the color. Really surprised with the color, quite honestly. So let's give it a shot. That's good. Mike, you are right. The It's Incredible by itself. Holy cow. Baby, this is good. You're gonna like this one. Man, that's good. Holy cow. That's good. It really is good, you guys. This is the It's Incredible with the other rub that I use, that I've used in competitions. So we're gonna give it a shot. That's good. I'll definitely pick up the It's Incredible, but I'm getting that sweetness from the other rub that's on it. I gotta tell you though, I think I'm gonna go back to the It's Incredible by itself. It really is good. Holy cow, that's good. I should have did the whole rack with the It's Incredible by itself. It's a good rub. Anyway, you guys, like, subscribe, share. I truly, truly appreciate it. and get your hands on some of this stuff. This stuff is good. It is damn good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care.